Hi, Phil Lindsay out Peep magazine. We're here at Fighting Chance. We're here with the head honcho, Mr. Ronnie Rowe. Big announcement. Well, a couple of big announcements. You've got the promotional license finally in the bag, and you've also got the TV deal with Made, which is fantastic for you guys and for the region's boxers as well.
Yeah, it's absolutely great news. Lewis has been working tirelessly on the promotional side and work, with it. And so, when it all came together, it was just absolutely brilliant. It's come together at the right time. 2016, a new year, a new start for us. And I just cannot wait for things to get going. 4 shows a year, 4 televised shows a year. It's absolutely fantastic for us and for the rest of the Northeast. I hope, we're looking to work alongside people rather than putting our heads against each other all the time. It's that's a more sensible thing to do, I believe.
Well, I've had many conversations with Lewis where we've both agreed that you can achieve so much more working together than you can working against each other, and it just makes more sense. Everybody wins, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. And obviously, when we come to compete against each other within Northeast boxers, then it's a different matter. But,
yeah, but look at the Craig Dixon v Lee Mould fight. I remember, because obviously I was there, but also watching it on TV afterwards, watching you and Mal hug each other before the fight.
Yeah.
So there's rivalry, but there's respect there as well.
Yeah, it's just, with us, it's about honesty and that side of the game. We both know how much work the boys have put in, and everybody as part of the team knows how much they put in. So it's the best man on the day that wins the fight. Sometimes we think it's a referee, but that's another thing.
Yeah. Well, let's see who gets the nod. And I think sometimes especially with the TV fights there now, sometimes you can get fighters where they might not come through. But if you look at Craig having that fight of the year in 2014, as it was, against Mould, he didn't get the nod, but he raised his profile because it was a TV fight. It was fantastic to watch, and he hasn't had as much activity since then as he would like. But now with what you've got now with the promotional deal and the TV deal, he's going to get those opportunities now, and obviously he's going to be fighting before that. Whereabouts in Scotland is it?
It's in Paisley at the Lagoon Leisure Centre. It's a fantastic opportunity for him. We've pushed hard for Andy Buchanan, and things happened for him, and then he got injured. We pushed hard for Craig. He's got his chance now.
Yeah.
He's done the work. He's worked in the. He's worked his way through. He's been against the unbeaten fighters. He's been, he's fought the journeyman. He's been on the road, and so it's time for him to give it that shot now.
He served his apprenticeship.
And
he's had a good one as well.
Yeah, and we've got no problems with the length of the rounds with him. Myself and Gary, we've worked hard with Craig, and we know where he's at, the nutritionist, the conditioning, and all that side. It's done. But at the end of the day, it's down to the fighter. He's the one that does it there. He's the one that takes a knock. So he's the one that should get the accolades, as far as I'm concerned.
No, absolutely, and the respect, but also it can't be forgotten about that it is a team sport in the same way where the boxers can't do it on their own. But at the same point, it's like, this is where I was talking before with Lewis. It's like a lot of the fans don't know that the fighters themselves sometimes have part-time jobs, full-time jobs on top of the career as well, because they might not be fighting regular enough or might not be getting the big enough fights, so they have to supplement that income. But again, we're having 4 TV fights per year. It's going to help them get more sponsors. It's getting them more fans and build their profile up. So that can help them if they're working full time. Maybe reduce the hours down so they can focus more on their boxing.
Yeah, I mean, as you probably know, Craig works full time. Craig's got a degree. He's
he's a smart cookie.
In certain ways, I'm not so sure. No, but he's got a degree in that, and he works hard. He's got a young family.
Yeah.
And so it's difficult to fit it in, but he trains every day, and he puts that effort in, and so hopefully he'll get that just reward. It's a tough game what we're in. Nobody really understands. They only ever see the big fights on Sky and stuff like that. There's a thriving northeast scene that and there's a lot of boxers in this area that I believe just getting them the right breaks, and that's all down to the exposure and the marketing and the way that you work with your people. We're trying to put together a professional outfit so that we can profile lads, and they're ready for this type of thing. And the sponsorship and the work done with, you know, likes of yourself as well. You know, you've pushed hard for the Northeast. I know you have, Phil, and we're very thankful for that. And you know, everybody getting around, getting behind each other. I think the Northeast can be, you know, really put us on the map in professional boxing. Let's get out there and get a wild title from the area. Let's go and do it.
Too right, yeah. It's been long overdue, and the talent is definitely there, and now the platform. But the platform's been there for local fights for a few years now. But now there's like last year there was a lot more shows on, and there's likelihood there's going to be even more shows on with you guys joining the fold now promotionally.
Yeah, well, that in certain terms helps the fighters, doesn't it? Because you know, it's.
I think it's early in the career they need those regular fights as well.
Yeah,
don't they?
yeah, you know, and it's basically getting them the work that they need, and instead of them having to go away and be you know, sort of be a journeyman and being their way fighter. You know, we all know what it's about on that side, and it's a tough old game in that way. Whereas we're putting on shows for them here, we can, you know, hopefully get the sponsorship, get the people behind us, and make it happen for the lads.
And go from strength to strength and continue to build and get bigger.
Yeah, it's good to see, you know, as I say, Phil's run some great shows. He's got some great things going off down there. We've got some good things here. I've got, you know, no problem with any other promoters in the area. I wish them all well. Obviously, I want us to do the best. I haven't got any qualms with that.
Of course, yeah.
But, you know, as I say, I think if we, you know, band together in the future and have something special and all have a part of it, it'll make a big difference.
Well, I mentioned when you were at the top table, this is like the final piece of the jigsaw, because like a lot of, you know, there's even boxers advanced, like, you know, like say Kell Brook is only about a year and a half, 2 years ago started getting a nutritionist on board and things like that, where you've had everything. You've had physio as part of the team, you've got the nutrition team, obviously fantastic wealth of experience within the coaching team as well. You've got Lewis there from the managerial and promotional side of things, and this, the promoter's license and the TV deal, it really is like the final piece of the jigsaw, where you've got everything covered now. You can be not reliant on other people. You can keep everything in-house now.
Yeah, that's the big side of it, you know, when you're relying on other people and other people have, you know, maybe different agendas in certain terms. We know what we want to look after, and we know we want to look after the fighters, and it's, don't get it wrong, it's tough for every promoter out there because it's hard work. And I take my hat off to the promoters in the past, and as I say, we've chucked our hat in the ring and we're going to give it our best shot. You know, I believe we'll have the right team for that. And you know, at the end of the day, it's having the fighters as well. They've got to, you know, we put this support structure around them. Mm-hmm. They've got to go out and do the business. You know, there's only them that's doing the fighting. You know, I'm not in there taking the blows. None of us.
About that as well.
I'm far too. I might put Gary in, but I certainly wouldn't put myself in.
That's it, exactly. But I tell you what, Ronnie Rowe, I cannot wait to see 2016 how it goes, and beyond that, even bigger. Fantastic.
Thanks a lot, Phil and team. Thanks a lot, mate.
Great stuff.